Okay, today we're going to talk to you about our Hario Skerton grinder. We've had this grinder now for a little over a year and a half, but it's been the go-to thing for us. We paid, I think it was $28 for this on Amazon. We got all this really cool stuff with it. You got a lid, you got ceramic, little thing to keep your beans in. You got the cup, you got the little jar, and you got the little rubber ceramic thing that comes off. What I really thought was cool about this was that we discovered somewhere along the line that the lid for the jar for the grinder itself, see, this is the lid, right? It says Hario right on it, right? We discovered that early on that this lid fit a lot of different sized jars. Now this jar is one of the ones that came with little chili peppers in it, right? As you can see, we got a couple of little smallmouth mason jars that it fits on. Right, and look, it even fits on the big quart size, smallmouth, ball, mason jar. Right, see, look at that. So, if the lid fits on all of these, it stands to reason that the grinder itself will fit on all of these. Right, so you can grind as much as you want, you understand, however you want, or like us, if you're like us, we tend to have 2 or 3 different types of coffee all the time. Right, you can grind a little bit here, a little bit there. See, like there's this much, we just finished having a couple cups of coffee, I ground it up to this much, fill up the cup one time, ground it down. Right, and you can save this kind, see, or you can have another kind in your other jar. Okay, now we're going to show you how really simply it is to set the grind on one of these little Hario. I believe this one is the MSCST2B, that's the model number of the Hario hand grinder. But anyways, come in close, a little closer, Baylor. I want to show you. Right. First, what you do is you put a mark on the side. There's a seam on either side of the cup. I use the seam right here. Put a mark here, and then I screwed it all the way down to 0. Right. Put a mark, so the 2 marks line up. Right. Then that means that the burr grinders are closed all the way together. So how you do this is you turn it to the left, right, to push the plunger down, which opens up the gap between the grinders. So for us, we like our set on 3 turns. See, there's 1 turn. See, look. See, I'm marching my mark with my mark. Here's another turn. That makes 2. Here's 3. Alright, now 3. Once you got it set, then you take the little clip. There's 2 little flat sides on the grinder. And you find your little clip and you find it where it fits in like that. Now it's locked together. Now, put the lid on. Get your handy dandy handle right here, put your little, tighten her up, there you go, you're ready to grind. It's in now. That's the setting that we normally use, right? With this Hario grinder setup, the way it's set up here, as you can see, there's an infinite amount of settings that you can do. All you do is, once again, you just take the little holder clip off, right, and you turn it this way or that. You line it up with your mark. Here's your mark. You know that we know now that we have three turns. So I want to make it a little bit finer. Then I turn it 1 turn to the right, a quarter turn to the right. Put the clip back on. See, falls right in. Put the lid. Put the handle. There you go. You got a different setting for whatever you're going to do. As you can see, we have a lot of implements here, right here. This is Margaret Mary's coffee pot collection up here. As you can see, we have a French press. We have a couple of pour over carefrees. We got a big ice brewing coffee thing. There's, Doc Wells coffee buoys right there. See, so as you can tell, we are the type of people that do a lot of coffee drinking. And so we discovered these kind of little things about our little Hario grinder that we thought that you guys might be interested in knowing. Here we go. Okay, so overall, me and Bae, since we've had this grinder, we really like it. Yes, there are times in the morning, when Bae doesn't want to grind any. That's why I try to keep a couple of different jars with a little bit, at least enough for 1 shot of coffee right off the top so she can have her one. But overall, our impressions of this machine is that it's very well built. It's, high quality. It's pretty cool. It was relatively inexpensive. And it's really good at what it does because the ceramic burrs. This is the plus to this little device, is the ceramic burrs, because they don't get hot. They don't, like, as opposed to the choppy ones where they chop out, they don't really grind your coffee, it pulverizes it. You understand? The big electrical steel conical ones, they have a tendency to grind faster at a faster rate because electric, and it could scorch your beans. It potentially could. But these handheld ceramic burr grinder ones, you don't go fast enough to really get the beans hot enough to melt. right? So it comes out with consistent grind. It's consistently ground. It's really good. If you use high grade coffee, this is the machine you need to use right here. Hario Skerton hand grinder. Best one on the business. That's what I think. What do you think, babe?
I like it because it's small, portable. You can throw it in your suitcase and be on.
Yeah, with the AeroPress on.
There you go. And you got a coffee machine right there.
Okay, now that we talked about the grinder, we're going to throw a little bonus footage in right here. We're going to talk about a couple of the coffees that we've been enjoying. A friend of ours, not too long ago, well, about 3/4 of a can ago, was over at Trader Joe's, and he discovered this blend right here called Beige Blend. Right, this is an ultra dark roast. He bought this big giant can right here, 24 ounces. I think he said he paid $12 at Trader Joe's. This one is seriously dark. Oily. The beans are oily. Look at the sheen on these beans. They're oily. They're gritty. You know what I'm saying? It really has a really great smooth. There's oil on the inside. These ones are seriously dark roasted. This is some good coffee. It comes out thick and bold. It's got a real good mouthfeel. It has a lot of flavors. You can feel, you can taste the earth in this Beige Blend, Trader Joe's. This one we've been enjoying now for a couple of weeks. We got it down to about right here. Me and Babe tend to like dark, robust coffees. This one was a really good score. This one I found the other day over at Whole Foods. We've been looking at this one on Amazon for a while, at least this coffee brand name. I discovered at Whole Foods that I could have got it for $7 cheaper than Amazon, so I bought it. I paid $5 for this 14-ounce can, 3-bean coffee, medium roast. This stuff, the beans are lighter in color. As you can see, they're not as oily. There's a good quick roast. It's pretty solid. They're 100% Arabica beans. This one, since it's a medium roast, has a lighter mouthfeel, and it's more florally kind of. Wouldn't you say, babe?
Yeah, and it's real smooth. There's it's less acidic, if that's.
Yes, that makes a huge difference in the AeroPress.
So it tastes really great.
And check it out, people. We use the metal S disc filter in our AeroPress, so we don't get as much grit and grind. But anyways, to get back to this 3-bean stuff, I discovered at Whole Foods, right, that there are 9 different types of this. There's a dark roast, there's a medium roast, there's a light roast. There's 3 kinds in each one, hence the name 3-bean coffee. This one turned out to be a pleasant surprise for $5. This was really good stuff. It tastes great. It has a good flavor. You know, the finish is really strong. This stuff goes really good with creamer, with sugar, with no sugar, through the AeroPress and the French press. It's pretty good. We haven't tried the pour over with it yet, but that's on the line. So anyways, that's where we stand right now. These are the 2 that we're cooking with here in Babe's Kitchen today. All right. Thank you.